Continuing review 3, identify the equation that matches the graph. Well, let's look at a couple points on that graph. They would be 0, comma, -1 and 1, comma, -4. So if I put a 0 into the equation, I should get a -1. And if I put a 1 into the equation, I should get a -4. So I'll start checking those numbers. 4 to the 0 is, anything to the 0 power is 1. So that gives me, because it has the negative there, that gives me a -1. So that one could be, if I put in a 1, 4 to the 1 is 4. And that negative gives me a -4. That one matches. I could check the others depending on how much time I have. But if both of them match, it's a fair bet you can move on. A savings bank offers investors a 4% return on their savings per year. Megan opens a savings account with $3,900. At the end of 7 years, she will have how much if she leaves it in there? Well, we start off with the amount. We multiply by 1 plus, because it's growing, 4%. 1 plus 4%. 4% is 0.04. And we're going to leave it there for 7 years. So raised to the 7th power equals $5,132.13. I don't think we'll need to put in the cents. The distance between 7,5 and 10,10. Let's just look at the x direction. From 7 to 10 is 3. From 5 to 10 is 5. So that distance would be 3 squared plus 5 squared will equal that distance squared. So we have 9 plus 25 equals 34. So to find C, I take the square root of 34, and that is 5.8. Find the distance between -2 and -2 and 4, 5. So just looking in the x direction, from -2 to 4 is a distance of 6. From -2 to 5 in the y direction is a distance of 7. So that distance between those two would be 6 squared plus 7 squared, 36 plus 49. We have 85, I believe. And so that would be C squared. And so C equals the square root of 85. Which is 9.2. Different teachers have a different number of assignments and tests, but each test and each assignment have the same points possible. Mrs. Kais gives 13 assignments and 4 tests for a total of 660 points. Mrs. Blake gives 28 assignments and 7 tests for 1,260 points. So let's solve that as a system of equations. So we have 13 assignments, 4 tests. So that will give us 660 points. Or 28 assignments and 7 tests give us 1,260 points. Well, do 4 and 13 divide evenly? No. Do 28 and 7 divide evenly? Yes. Let's subtract the larger one, the one with the larger coefficient. So 7 tests are worth 1,260 points minus whatever 28 assignments are worth. So one test would be worth 1/7 of that. One test is worth 180 minus 4 of whatever an assignment is worth. So now I can replace t in the equation on the left. So I still have my 13 assignments and my 4, but instead of t, I'm going to put 180 minus 4a. Then I need to multiply 4 times 180 and 4 times -4. 4 times 180 is 720. So I bring down, 4 times -4 is -16. Bring down the 660 and the 13 assignments. Well, now I have two terms that have variables in them. And 13 take away 16 gives me -3. So -3 assignments plus 720 equals 660 points. So if I subtract 720 from each side, equals -60. So -3 times the number of assignments, or whatever assignment is worth is -60, divided by -3, divided by -3. One assignment is worth 20 points. Well, if an assignment is worth 20, then a test is worth 180 minus 4 of those. 180 minus 80 is 100. And it was just asking what an assignment is worth. We could plug both of those into both equations to make sure they work. Pretty good bet when you're working with the ones that I've assigned. If you have a whole number, probably have it right.